What is your opinion on bringing back capes into fashion? Cloaks are superior to capes. I agree, but they are too hot. I would totally support bringing cloaks back in cold areas and capes in hot ones. Edna Mode would like a word with you. Asterisk asterisk no capes. Asterisk asterisk. I bet this will turn into a mix of high-end business fashion asterisk men's and neckbeard couture. Asterisk edit. Capes _and_ forest cloaks. Please. If I wasn't such a chicken shit, I'd bring that variety of sexy back myself. And that's really the truth, isn't it? We all want that shit back, we're just all afraid to be the first one. Be the change you want to see in the world. Capes just on the back? Nah. Cloaks that wrap around? Fuck. Yes. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. People would complain about them being used for concealing people's identities. I'm not saying I'm against cloaks. Just pointing out some potential issues when trying to get more people to wear them, monsieur. An absolute must. I've said time and time again that if I ever become famous, I'm bringing capes back, and I'm not changing my mind so easily. Let's make this guy famous. Hashtag fuck yes. The energy in this comment. Frank Costanza's lawyer has entered the chat. May I bring your attention to the cape revolution? Capes are just a cloak that doesn't do anything but cover your back. I'd rather have a cloak. If capes were in style and an acceptable fashion choice, I'd rather have a coat with sleeves every time. In order to use your hands for anything, you'd have to take them out of the cloak. It might be good for when you're in mixed weather and sometimes want to have the cloak wrapped up for warmth or wind protection, and sometimes want to push it back to be cool. Those sleeves that are not attached to the shirt would be good for that, but they're mostly a women's clothes thing, and also kind of goth associated. Like the original cloak probably, monsieur. I'd like to see those long gloves come into unis as X style. If it's warm, take off the sleeves. If it's cold, wear them, monsieur. Here's what I'd rather have in style. Long raincoats. Raincoats now only cover your top half, or maybe half of your thigh. Do people want their pants to get wet? That's how you get wet pants. I used to have a long waterproof raincoat that was the absolute best because it covers your legs and keeps them from getting wet. But people thought it looked like a Matrix wannabe trench coat. It was black, but what was the alternative? It's really long, so yellow or a bright color would look way too extra. Beige would look like a pleather couch. Trench coats gotta make a resurgence. They're a nice look and very practical. Trench coats are nice, but they really need to be worn over the right clothes. They look good over a full suit. They're a laughable stereotype over jeans and a t-shirt. We just need a suit-type outfit that isn't a suit. Like, get rid of the useless buttons and the uncomfortable multiple layers and ditch the stupid, dangerous necktie. We need a suit for the 21st century. Every now and then I question the demographics of Reddit, and this reaffirm it. At least people will stay 6 feet away from you. Can I bring my fedora and neckbeard? Seriously. This post is like a fucking basement dweller wet drea, monsieur. Can I wear my samurai sword on my side as well to defend thy lady's honor? You fucking anime dorks or something else. Stretches on fingerless gloves. Looks like someone who took 3 free lessons of Kenpo last summer is going to have to teach you a lesson. No, you can only wear a standard long sword, short sword, rapier, or a bay. Get your shit straight, Darth. I bought myself the most beautiful velveteen emerald green cloak that I love. It fell exactly 1 to 2 from the ground. Had a gorgeous soft hood that fell perfectly. My hair is vibrant red and I'm moderately pale. The color, everything, was perfect. I loved it. My boyfriend came home and told me, rightfully so, that no one wears cloaks. It would look ridiculous. Bring back cloaks. Your boyfriend was incredibly wrong. And your username checks out. It would look great on you and everyone would come up to tell you how awesome you looked. No capes. Wow, the people here are either fully positive or fully negative on this topic. Almost no in between. I wear a cloak, but not a cape. The black cashmere cloak, lined with red satin, was given to me as a gift when I played the organ in performances of the Phantom of the Opera. Cloaks are comfortable and warm, monsieur. They don't interfere with playing the keyboards or the pedals, but drape perfectly from the back. Antonio Banderas is currently educating himself on clothing design so that he can bring capes back into style. It screams hipster wackiness. Not really down for that myself, but that's what people will think of you, and face it, if you're wearing a cap you kinda do care. Nice try, Lando. It's like a fedora, but even more so. No capes! Exclamation mark. Hashtag NOCAPES. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Cape. Maybe. Cloak. Yes please. It's a freaking wearable blankie. Batman cape for me. What would you like for dinner? Michael. Quote. I am wearing the cape. Mary. Sorry. What would you like for dinner? Batman. Quote. Superman cape for me. You can only imagine how badly I want to wear one. Oh god no. I can barely manage to be acceptably dressed now. No chance of not looking like an idiot with a cape. Ah hey monsieur, a cloak wraps almost all the way around you and conceals the majority of your unacceptable dressing. Shoes, jeans, t-shirt, toss cloak around your shoulders and you are ready to roll. No thanks, honestly. Can you imagine how dirty they would get? Also, they'd probably be getting caught in the doors of trains and buses all the time. I can imagine them being really inconvenient. Also, you'd probably have to dress quite formally to wear a cape in the first place. It would look great with like a vest and dress shirt, but you'd look quite ridiculous wearing a cape with your sweatpants and Marvel t-shirt. Yeah, wearing a long one would be impractical. But you could also wear a shorter one that goes to your waist or whatever. As for the fancy part, on that, you are correct. It could also work with a simple knee-length dress though. I've been thinking about this lately, and it's really the perfect time for a Doctor Strange style cape cloak. They've never been more practical than right now. We just need a bold fashion icon to embrace them and make them popular again. One, we're all trying to avoid touching items with our hands, but transmission via clothing is exceedingly rare. So, just touch those doorknobs and handles with a cape conveniently wrapped around your shoulders. 2. The high collar cape is an extra barrier to contagion. Is your homemade, less than foolproof mask not 100% airtight around the mouth? Good thing your cape's collar blocks all the spray from that guy coughing over there. 3. Modern microfibers would make modern cape's cloak super lightweight, if that's what you're going for, and they'd block sunlight to keep you from burning outdoors. Or, if you're in a colder region, use a thicker cloak to bundle up. 4. Privacy. Gait recognition is just another intrusive privacy technique being used against us, so a nice long cape, paired with a mask, would go a long way towards making you anonymous in public again. 5. They look dope, and we will need the confidence boost in the very near future. 6. Their unisex androgyny and gender-bend style is all the rage now. And everyone, boy, girl, or anywhere in between, looks sick AF in a cape. 7. Recyclable. They're basically a long sheet of fabric. So, if you stain the bottom on the ground or just want to move on, the cape can easily be recycled by a crafty person into a jacket or pants or anything. But let's be real, nobody's gonna do this with their own cape. 'Cause capes are toit. It would look good with my fedora. No capes. Ralph Lauren did an entire line of dresses last year with capes. They were successful and flattering. I have a beautiful cloak with fake fur at the neckline. My friend said I looked like a Russian princess when I wore it on a chilly night out, which is one of my favorite ever compliments. Cloaks and capes are the best. It sounds good in theory, but in the end I wouldn't wear one for practical reasons. Trying to squeeze a big wad of cloth into a compact car or bus seat would be a pain in the ass. Also, it's windy here and I wouldn't want to walk around wearing a big sail around my shoulders. Nope. Ponchos is about as impractical as I get. If they were useful, we would already be wearing them. Wear it with your fedora, you virgin. No capes. Highly impractical. I've never met anyone who wore a cape cloak who wasn't in a delusional fantasy that needed legit professional help. Tunics, capes, cloaks, robes, I'm all fucking in, let's go. No capes. Cloaks. Capes. Historical fashion of all sorts. Hell to the fucking yes. If you wanna bring capes back, start wearing that cape. Or cloak. Or corset. You wanna dress like a 17th or 18th century noble, do it. I do. When were they ever in fashion? I'm serious, I didn't know this. Damn, when did they go out? Because some bright tailor thought to put sleeves on a cape so you wouldn't get cold every time you raised your arms. Now they're called coats. You're thinking of a cloak. A cape doesn't close in the front. Think Superman. A coat is basically a cloak with sleeves. So, a more efficient cloak. I'd say they went out of style more with cars. Before cars, you'd wear the cloak over your suit jacket to protect it from dust, rain, snow, etc., as well as extra comfiness. Then you'd put it in the cloakroom when arriving at your destination. Sitting on a chair would be a bit awkward, and if it's too long, I'd just be mopping the ground with it. Why would anyone get a cape that's too long? Just don't. Practicality is a concern. Ever try to get in and out of a car with a cape on? It's kind of a pain in the ass. It keeps getting caught on the door and you sit on folds, which makes it uncomfortable. I'd prefer a long coat of some kind. Like a greatcoat. It has the full body warming and swishiness of a cape, but also the utility of having lots of pockets in which to keep stuff. Plus it's less likely to get caught on stuff and throttle you. Now a greatcoat with a cape. That's the real deal. You're looking at an Inverness cape, which is the coat you wear with a kilt. There is also an ulster. Cloaks can have pockets too. And since they would be on the inside, it's much harder to pick them, monsieur. #NOCAPES. Okay Edna. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.